Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer II, The Warden and the Paunch, where we have our sights set on Altdorf. 19 turns to claim Altdorf. It's extremely doable, provided that we don't make any huge, ridiculous tactical mistakes, strategical mistakes. Even if we do, honestly, it's not that much territory to cover. We probably have some room to screw up real bad and still recover. So, what are my big strategic motivations here? What are the steps we need to accomplish? We need to clear up this stuff. We need it not to be the case that there are Empire armies pressing on this front. That is going to be Oglok's job, maybe like Oglok and Wazhampa, while Ozhag continues to push west. We need to get control of Mount Gunbad. That gold mine has been taunting us for a long time. And then we need to bring Grimgor out to the front, and he needs to start stomping people. The fact is, we need to unite our two pieces of territory here, and we need to not have potentially stuff backstabbing us. So that's got to get closed up. Honestly, it seems doable. It seems very doable to me. So, let's start by bringing Wazhampa north. Do we want to do this in kind of like an ambush creepy way? I think we do. Base ambush success chance in this forest, 95%. Gotta love that. That's probably not showing. It's probably not. I keep saying base. What I mean is, you know, the displayed chance, because that's probably the base chance of the forest plus all of our relevant skills. If Oglok's not raiding, then we're going to be a little negative on gold, but we can afford to be a little negative on gold. That's fine. Is Norden able to... Yes, Norden is able to start working on proper defenses. We do need to get this up as well. That's a lot of money. And speaking of a lot of money, we do need more money. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be about 1,000 gold negative. I don't really want to stop and take Middenheim. I want to sweep around. So we probably just have to, again, do a little ambush creep here. I want to fall in behind them, but I really, really, really don't want them to realize that I'm coming. What I'd love is to see Balthazar Gelt ride up and start pressing Wolfenburg while Karl Franz continues to sit back and replenish, and then we fall in on him and crush him. And what kind of units are we getting here? Mostly goblins for you. Wazhampa has an extra unit of orcs. That's not too bad. Ozhag, you got anything fun? He's got some spider guys. Ooh, boar boys. Check that out. I think that's the highest tech unit we've ever seen in one of the Wog armies. And then what's Grimgor pulling over here? Just same stuff as usual. A lot of archers. So I don't remember where I saw this text, but it definitely tells you somewhere that the units that appear in your Wog are to some degree based on the location that your army is in as it gathers them. So I'm wondering if being in the mountains just causes you to get a lot of archers, because this is something we've seen before, right? Alright, and then we got some heroes. You don't really have anything to do except continue to be an annoyance. Although, honestly, maybe I lay off this turn just because money. Things will be better once we have the gold. Or well, the gold mine, rather. I'm going to have Gouger come back, because he's going to actually be an important part of dealing with these guys, probably. As is Sopzug. Is there a reasonable chance we could do this? I don't really want to throw away the 500 gold if we're not going to be able to get him. And actually, I don't want to motivate Balthazar Gelt not to move. So don't do that. You just wait. And Nubzub is going to just bounce around over here. Give us vision of Wertbad and Grunberg and stuff. Just keep us apprised of Empire armies forming in this area. We have to assume Averheim and the Moot are not actually empty, that they belong to the Skaven, which is, you know, good news for us. Do we want to spend some scrap? We do want to spend some scrap. Of course we do. I guess on you makes sense. 176, so we could buy a... You can buy an armor upgrade for you. Longer weapons gives you bonus versus large. This army does not have a lot of anti-large. So actually I'm going to take that. And the spider can be the way that we deal with... or the spider can at least help in dealing with all of the cavalry that the Empire armies love to bring. And then I guess we can upgrade the Giant too. So Giant can get a leadership buff or more weapon strength. These are stone trolls rather. I'm going to take, then, the leadership buff, I think. The stone trolls are not so much about killing as they are about surviving so that other people can get kills. And then that's got us down to, at 46, we can still afford to buy an upgrade for you guys, right? Yeah. Get you that anti-infantry, and then our night goblins also? Yes, they are also 20. Ooh, that's interesting. Leadership on these guys is 70. I mean, we do see fanatics break and run a lot. Here, let's buy upgrades for the archers first. That's probably a better thing to do. And these are fanatics. I'm going to give them the reload time reduction. Bonus range isn't going to be that helpful because we usually move them in closer than they need to be anyway, right? And Azhag continues to just come this way and cause trouble for the Empire, trying to draw their attention toward him. Because what I want is to flatten these guys and then not have to worry about this stuff anymore. And that's the way we can accomplish that is by a two-pronged assault where we weaken them here and then draw their attention southward. So unfortunately, this does leave him in a little bit of an awkward position of having to attack like a real garrison by himself, and you know how I don't like doing that. But I do think it's important Wartbad falls. I guess Wartbad doesn't have to be my problem, though. It could be the Skaven's problem. Speaking of the Skaven, how are they feeling about us? We've done a lot of murdering of their enemies in the last couple of turns. Are they feeling a little bit more... Yeah, look how positive that is. Holy crap. Can we please start to be buddies? I mean, we're still trending positive, and like quite a bit positive, in fact. So yeah, we'll check back in with them in a turn or two. I bet we can make ourselves friends here. That will be so very helpful. If we have if we can get into like a defensive alliance with them so that we can like direct their troops a little bit, and we can be reasonably sure they won't backstab us, then we don't have an enemy front down here anymore, and all of a sudden, like, our position is incredibly secure. It's good news. Now, the way that things could most go wrong at this point is these ambushes failing, and I don't exactly know what would have to happen beyond that. We're far enough away from those armies that it probably is not the case that they represent a huge threat to us. Like, we probably would be able to run away from them if they came after us. Looks like they probably don't see through us. They still have a lot of agents really deep in our territory just assaulting garrisons for no reason, which is real good. That's totally wasted time, and I love to see them wasting their time. We're starting to look pretty powerful relative to people. Yeah, we're strength rank 5 right now. What do you guys want? You want military access. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. It's an interesting thing for them to ask, because they don't actually care about military access. As you've seen, they've been running their troops through our territory constantly. So basically, we gave them nothing in exchange for something, which I'm cool with. I'm a little worried about Nashrak over by Jufbar. Nashrak is their faction leader, right? I'm a little worried about that, too. Please don't Plague Priest me. Clan Spittle. I don't even know which Skaven clan that is. Alright, and then a bunch of heroes did a bunch of irrelevant garbage. Okay, let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about Nashrak. So, yes, he is their faction leader. If we were to defeat Nashrak's army in single combat, we'd be able to forcibly take over their faction through Orc Law, right? That's the version of this that costs me the least time, and so it's very interesting to me. But I'm definitely concerned. I don't think that he's a threat to Jufbar or Castle Drakenhof, but I'm definitely concerned that if we peel Grimgor over here to try to fight him, he'll get killed by dwarves before we have the chance. So I think I'm going to, rather than trying to set up for that, I think we're going to just go ahead and have Atmount Gunbad. And then Grimgor will come over there and solve that problem one way or another. My suspicion, though, is that if we went to chase Nashrak to try to do this the fast way, he would run away and then get killed by dwarves, and we would have to come back here and do this manually either way. Alright. I'm doing it. We're doing it. This should be a really, really easy auto-resolve victory. Let's take the loot and occupy, because I'm not 100% sure we'll have enough movement to sack, walk back, and then walk back in. And there is no universe where we can afford to spend an extra turn taking this over. We have places to be and things to accomplish. Alright, feeling pretty good about that. I would have loved the gold, don't get me wrong, but feeling pretty good about that. Absolutely rebuild this, and then... Hold on, let me level up Grimgor and stuff here. Grimgor... He probably wants to get from the front, right? Speed plus 15% and Frenzy. Frenzy is awesome. So yeah, we probably want to take Black Orc Wrecking Ball and then grab from the front with his next skill point. And our caster has gained a point. So I like Soul Blight a lot of the skills in the first box. I think that's the thing we want to max out quickly. Okay, what else do we want here? We probably will not be doing any recruitment in Mount Gunbad, so it feels to me like this is a wasted building slot. This at least... No, this is also wasted. This gives us some extra Untainted. It increases our global recruitment capacity. We can keep the Shaman building. That's fine. And then here we'll build one of those. Some Raiden stashes. That seems like a good idea. I don't know what we'll use these slots for, but we don't need those. We don't need to spend gold to repair those buildings. They're not helping us any. Okay. One of two things is going to happen. Nashrak is going to come back and threaten us, or he's going to either siege Jufbar or push out this way, and in either of those cases, the dwarves are likely to handle him for us. So, that's the backfield. Let's finish building this, let's finish building that. I mean, I don't really want to try to build defensive buildings back here. This is such a temporary situation. Let's make me some Raiden stashes. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and take this upgrade. We still have a long way to go before we can max out Castle Drakenhof. We're doing pretty well on gold, and we'll be doing pretty weller on gold in a minute here when that gold mine finishes upgrading. Nagenhof can also get some Raiden stashes. You can never have enough, it turns out. Here, Needling, we should take an upgrade. Wertbad and Flensburg both belong to the bad guys. That's a problem we'll have to solve at some point. Do I want to upgrade the growth buildings in this province? It's less... I don't know if it's worth the money. I'm going to leave it for the moment. How are we doing over here? Oh, well, first of all, that must get upgraded. Secondly, we're still quite a lot of turns off of that final Erengrad upgrade, which is 1,000 gold per turn? Yeah. It's pretty significant. Fort Ostrosk is... Okay, we can actually get positive public order. We can maybe someday get the ability to turn those... turn taxation back on. Ooh, we are... Hold on a second. Hold on. Not that I don't think these upgrades are important, but we do only have 8,000 gold left. Hold on. So Gelt and Franz are still just building up. Let's have Azhag... wow, look at how little movement he has. Boy, that bug really sucks, huh? Can you run forward a little bit and provide me some security about the positions of enemy troops in this area? Thank you. Alright, I feel safe march moding it. But yo, this sucks a lot. how tiny his movement range was. We're having kind of a similar issue over here, actually. Let's see. I'm gonna creep up, but I'm gonna stay on my side of the line because his army's not actually at full health. We're close enough to attack Talabheim for sure next turn. Now we are having a little bit of a problem with these two being on opposite sides of the river, the big river, the one that you can't just ford with an army. Because it's not actually going to be super easy for them to gather up to double attack Talabheim or Hergig. And I don't exactly know how I intend to deal with that. So it's an issue for sure. Oof, movement. Movement in the time of the wall. It's very tricky stuff. Furt should come over here and block Nashrak. Just limit his decisions. Just make it hard for him to be the thing. Gouger is gonna remove characters if there are characters to be removed. At this point, I might actually want to block these armies. I might want to block Balthazar Gelt in particular. Just to prevent him from causing a real problem if either of our ambushes fail. Okay, that was likely to be that, but, you know, we had to try. And then I accidentally passed instead of jumping to our other hero there. Who is the hero who still has movement left? Oh wait, these are all people who don't exist. Sawspug Backbiter. Boy, you're not really going to be able to do anything, are you? Okay, let's hold off on any other upgrades. I'm a little worried about our cash levels here. Next turn, we'll be able to actually attack and sack a settlement, and you know things could get a little better. I don't know if we actually want to take that over, because it would be very hard for us to hold on to, obviously. But it might be useful to take it as just like a staging ground, a place where give us a region where Grimgor can, or Azhag rather, can replenish his troops quickly. What I might want to do, actually, is have Oglok press westward and raid, and see if we can draw either Balthazar or... Oh, interesting. Volkmar the Grim doesn't feel that there's enough pressure on the southern parts of that empire. And, of course, he managed to roll in exactly after our vision of that area had ceased, and just before the walls around Norden would have been completed. It's kind of incredible how good the AI is at that, isn't it? Just having troops anywhere that you aren't looking. Well, we could turn Oglok around and have him deal with that, I suppose. Okay, so he is just going to go after Jufbar. That's fine. We will run Grimgor over there and flatten his ass. Shouldn't take too long. Apparently whatever the Puppets of Chaos are doing on their turn takes forever. Obedience plus, yeah. Give me obedience. Alright, yep, that's a lot of garbage. Okay. Let's jump down to here. First thing we want to do is move Grimgor. So unfortunately, this settlement is far enough in the mountains that we can't actually get anywhere. We'll just go as far west as we can in a single move. The loss of Jufbar would be largely immaterial. I mean, we can dig some ditches, I suppose. And then, we don't really need anything else here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave that empty for the moment. Alright, so this problem will get dealt with. They might attack Jufbar. We have a reasonable garrison there, right? Why, I cannot select my settlement. Okay, yeah, we have the built-up garrison building. We have, unfortunately, it's still pretty bad troops. I can't believe there's no catapult in the fully upgraded garrison. That's just madness. I guess the idea is that you never want the greenskins to be good at defending. You want them to have to always be on offense. So Karl Franz is looking pretty weak. He's got 18 total units in this garrison, and my guess is... Yeah, no siege equipment in the 13-unit garrison. So we could just have Wazhampa ride out on him. Oh, are you kidding? Can I actually not move that far? Jesus Christ. They really need to fix the Wog movement issue. Because this is like the whole thing that a Wog is supposed to be about is about like a wave of green. Okay, so we're going to have to do a half move here this turn because somehow we can't walk. Ugh. And then, do we just have Oglok completely turn around? Probably not, right? Like, I can't afford to do that. No, Oglok needs to get over here, but he needs to do it in this direction. Because he needs to be available to Wazhampa as a reinforcement army in circumstances. So we'll continue to creep around over here. Azhag will go forth and slaughter. That's... Okay, I know there's a small river right here, but there's no river... Oh, there's a riverbed. That's... Boy, he just can't move at all. We are getting so screwed by this movement bug. Like, even with the river being right there, this is an absurdly small amount of movement. Alright, well, I guess we move as close as we can, and then we go into raiding mode for a turn. That sucks. It sucks that, like, I'm only getting to move tiny, tiny bits of inches with my characters. Block army is not really useful. Yeah, that sucks. He really should be able to wound somebody. They have no characters in their armies ever, which is insane. Okay. Salzpug Backbiter can't really do anything of value. I would love it if Balthazar Gelt just didn't move. We're not doing Tex. Salzpug Backbiter is terrible at everything. But he does have a skill point we should probably spend. Alright. Next turn, Mordheim will be able to start constructing walls, and we probably actually need to. Let's get that going. That's pretty important. And then also, money-making building. One has to assume that an Empire army is going to show up at Fort Obersteyr, because I sent up the Reichland call, which is me starting to build the wall building. There's another Chaos Wave, right? Yeah, maybe they can deal with Volkmar. We certainly don't want to spend any more money. Yeah, I mean, we need to take a settlement or two, because that's how we make all of our money. But unfortunately, it has proven to be impossible to get my units to move to a settlement. I kind of can't believe that the the update pushed in the state it's in, honestly. Alright, so the Reichlanders don't see through our ambushes. That's good. They can afford to just sit back and do nothing, though, because of the fact that my armies can't move. They really can just sit back and play very, very defensively. Wait, what happened there? So the fireworks that you saw there indicate a battle. They fought something. Alright, here come the dwarves. Problem solved. And those dwarf armies shouldn't be terribly difficult for us to kill. You can see they're trying to run 2 stacks off of 1 settlement worth of income, so they're just like big 20 stacks of the weakest, most basic dwarf unit. So when we get over there, we should be able to solve that problem relatively quickly. Alright, yeah. Always got these Chaos dudes raiding as they come through our territory, which is pretty not ideal. Alright, let's start with Grimgor. Grimgor's turn's real easy. There you are. Grimgor just moves over here. He will easily take Grompeak next turn. And like I said, Nashrak did end up going down before I could have gotten over to him, so... Fert, you don't really have a very important play available to you. It would be cool if you could block this army, but oh, I don't even have the money. Hold on, we'll come back. I would love for Berind Stoneheart not to be able to make it home. We can make some money here. This can happen. Alright, Kemperbad is completely trivial. We sack it for... Okay, that's a reasonable amount of money. There's your financing. And then, I think I do take it. I can't imagine we hold on to it for very long, but it gives us a... Here, let's get rid of this, because we're going to want to build... Well, maybe I do just want to leave it in money-making mode. I forgot that Krugenheim is a part of this province, because like that's insane. It's insane for those to be the same province. Especially for them to be the same, but for Wurtbad to be a different... the separation is the river, obviously, but still. Yeah, I guess we'll hold on to the money-making building. Fert, you should now attempt to block this army. Is that a good? Yeah, okay. Success. It would be nice if the first pop-up I got was the success pop-up, or was the outcome pop-up, rather than it telling me, and oh, hey, by the way, you get a bonus. You got a follower. Let's level up your ability to wound people. And then you should probably come over here and be prepared to apply that ability. I want to be able to assault units on this side. So I think we do want to have Wazhumpa take Talabheim. Then that'll make Balthazar Gelt want to ride over here, and then we have Oglok behind him. I mean, obviously I don't want to lose Wazhumpa, but Talabheim should be an easy enough take that that's not a real problem. Like, we have a massive advantage. Okay, apparently they're gonna make me do it manually. Alright, this is not really an issue. So, let's manually fight the battle. You know what? We'll AI control Huglug Dribblechin, even though that's not really the name of a guy who's gonna have, like, a lot of technical skill at sieging, I don't imagine. And we'll just try to do that thing where one of the armies approaches from one side of the battle and the other one approaches from the other side. Now, I will say that we're not super good at taking a wall. Oh, the fact that Talabheim is a corner fort, it makes this so much worse for them. We don't have the best troops for taking the wall, and they do have, between the garrison and Karl Franz's army, something like 6 units of greatswords, I think. So we're not really going to be in a good place to just, like, run up on the wall and punch them to death. But we can play back. We have the siege weapons. They don't have any siege weapons. We can doom dive them on the walls. We can use magic. That's a little awkward. That's the worst possible place for the AI reinforcements to be coming in. We'd really like them to be coming in facing one of the wall sections. Maybe I shouldn't have given the AI control. Maybe I'm going to regret this now. But, like, we want to be way over here. This is going to be a battle where we do quite a bit of waiting before we hit the walls, and so we definitely want to play outside of the arc of their stuff as much as possible. Alright, you guys move up like here. The rest of you guys pretty much move up in the formation you're in. Just be not in the firing arc of that tower. That's really the only thing that matters. And the siege stuff needs to move less. Again, we're just trying to escape the arc of the tower. Also, make sure we're doing this on cooldown. Okay, so now that we can actually see the arc of the tower, you have to wait for them to have control of it. Now that we can see the arc of the tower, we know we want to... Nope. Set you guys up like that. There we go. That should be outside of the firing arc of the tower. Wait for our reinforcements to get in here to some extent. Just get everybody outside of that cone. Wait for our reinforcements to show up. And in the meantime, of course, we can cast magic and fling garbage at them with the siege weapons. How much further are you guys going? Okay, you are where you needed to be. So yeah, we're gonna see some projectiles landing over here. Pretty good start. Obviously, great swords. Not so good at fighting huge rocks that come flying at them from a distance. Sword, not the appropriate weapon for that task. Let's move you over here, and we'll get into spell casting range. So they abandoned this tower entirely because they were concerned about the amount of damage we were dealing. We could try to burn this tower and then just claim this tower with our 2 units of Black Orcs. We might do something like that. It takes a lot of catapult fire to destroy a tower. Okay, it looks like our dudes are doing the thing that I would have wanted them to do, though. They're advancing on this part of the wall, which draws bodies that way, which leaves the opponent less well positioned to block the assault on this side. So they have 1 Bright Wizard controlling this tower by himself. Very annoying thing for him to do. Let's drop a Curse of the Bad Moon. Can I? Nope, you can't do that on a wall. We could do it over here. Apparently I'm not quite close enough. But I'm close enough. I'll have to run into tower range for the duration of like 1 shot. It's fine. Let's let him get that cast off. Okay. Wow, that's a good start. And it's going to go directly over the halberdiers. That's awesome. Yeah, you better run. Oh, interesting. They actually are sending troops outside. You almost never see the AI do this. It's right to do in a lot of cases. I don't know that this is one of them, but yeah, very unusual. Very unusual. Are the Doom Divers? Yes, the Doom Divers are specifically trying to kill the wizard, and they're actually doing an all right job. Some of them are impacting on the tower, and he is retaliating. Who's he shooting? Oh, he's shooting at the Doom Divers. Yeah, he's like, please stop doing that. Wow. Siege crews, great job. Okay, so we've got enough of the enemies over here. We got our dudes getting up on the walls. I think this is probably... They've left a lot of stuff on this side. They really don't want me advancing. Well, we're going to kill this wizard. I'm going to let the wizard die. And then we'll push up. And obviously there's some value in blowing up the doors, because we have a lot of units that can't participate in the wall part of the fight. It does suck that one single man can operate the towers well enough for that to be a functional strategy. They're really not having to devote a lot of force to this, unfortunately. I mean, maybe we want to send one of the units of Black Orcs up now. Just have them cross the thing and take some fire, but get up there and kill that wizard. The thing is, as soon as we do that, we're going to see all of these units rush up onto the wall to fight the Black Orcs. Yeah, do it. We do have to be a little bit careful with Darberts. He's not high enough level to be immortal yet. But let's have the characters get up here. They can at least provide their buffs and debuffs to the unit that's climbing the wall. And we can get the ranged units a little closer, and maybe they can help out a little bit. Left to their own devices, our allied army is just going to take this side of the battle by themselves. Like, that is under control. Obviously, the downside of opening the gates is that it means they get to use their knights. Right now, we've got a strategy where they have several units of cavalry that are actually just not part of the thing at all. And that's definitely got some value. We're going to do this one more time. Maybe let the goblin absorb a little bit of tower fire so that it doesn't hit the Black Orcs. You can see they see it. They're moving stuff in already. What are you guys doing? Get over there. How are some of them so far back? What is... Okay. The archers firing directly at the tower, which is not a good use of their ammunition. Alright, I think we're gonna have... What are you guys... They're literally just running back and forth to spend as much time in front of the tower as possible. The ladders are up on the walls already. They could start climbing. And I see that the Curse of the Bad Moon just kind of wandered off into an irrelevant part of the battle, which is a shame. Halberdiers are nowhere near near a match for Black Orcs in single combat. Like, this should go really well for us, even with them there. I'm going to move some of our characters up too, though. Oh, you're on a boar. You can't climb. And he's on a mount too, isn't he? Wow, big... That's pretty bad. I mean, it's too late to move anything now. Could you guys please kill the hell out of this wizard? And as soon as that guy's down... I mean, they're losing those guys already. I mean, the other unit of Black Orcs has to get up on the wall, right? Actually, get up on the wall over here. And that gives us room to bring the Skulkers up in the middle. It's a little bit more anti-infantry power. None of our characters can get up on the wall, which is a real shame. Looks like we're gonna... I mean, obviously we're gonna trivially kill the wizard. He has a flaming magic sword, but I just don't... I don't think it's gonna be good enough. We have guys on this side that not only have they taken the wall, they're just going to go to the city center. So that's interesting. I don't know if I think that that's a good play, but I appreciate that they're providing a distraction. They're doing a thing. Hard to argue with that. Let's drop this right here. This is my tower now. So we can cross the zone as much as we want. We're not going to have a hard time taking control of this part of the wall, I think. Oh, I like the greatswords fleeing into the path of the thing. That's very helpful. So they don't have any greatswords left on the wall, though. They pulled them all down. Let's get all of our characters over here so that we can provide some buffs. I don't know what the hell these guys are doing. They're just sacrificing their lives for no benefit. Curse of the Bad Moon, wandering into the enemy cavalry. Very, very strong cast. It's doing all the things it needs to do. Can we please finish off the wizard? Our archers might be able to shoot at him, too. He's so close to dead. Here comes some Doomdiver catapult shots. I'm going to put all these guys in guard mode, too. Don't move, just shoot. I would love it if he could actually die. If he climbs back up on the wall, we're going to nasty skulk him. It looks like he wants to. Obviously, we're not going to run down, because that would be suicide. Well, he's given up. That's something. He can't cast magic if he's panicked, so I'll take it. Alright, we have control of this tower, and that means that we do have a question to ask. Does it make sense to break down the gate? Now that we have a totally free control of the path to the gate, do we want to break down the gate and make this unit of Empire Knights useful? It looks like most of the... You know what? Yeah. The Empire Knights are not really providing much benefit as it is. Like, we already have units coming up behind them. Let's send the Trolls and the Spider to open up the gate. Let's get in there and start applying the rest of our force. But this was good. We let our allied army take the brunt of a lot of the actual infantry stuff. We didn't have to fight the greatswords almost at all, and that's very helpful. Is this a buff? No, that's only self. You have some buffs, though. Some debuffs, rather. Let's get you, like, right up against the wall. As soon as he gets close enough for it to be reasonable, we hit the smash him faster, and then the debuff for those halberds up on the wall. Alright. The horses are taking a lot of damage even before we get over. There's only one unit of oh no, there's 2 units of greatswords on this side. So we do still have to watch out for those. Greatswords are still scary. Please let this travel in the correct direction. Yep, it's doing exactly the thing it needs to do. That's lovely. Look at that. It's not actually dealing a huge amount of damage, but it sure is staying in them. Alright, the gate will go down really quickly. We have very powerful anti-gate monsters. Let's line you guys up. You guys are going to be useful once the gate goes down. We have a unit of these dudes who is not part of the thing yet. We also have you guys with your fanatics who will be useful once the gate's down. We need to make some moves up here. So, strong unit of Black Orcs. Take the initiative here. I can't seem to... There we go. Issue the attack order. You guys... Actually, strong unit of Orcs, go ahead and target the greatswords. I don't know how easy it's going to be for us to control who gets fought up here. I'm going to have the archers repositioned like this so that they can fire into that melee more effectively. And then is there anybody over here who we are forgetting about? Fanatics, these guys all have orders. They're all doing stuff. Catapults are still in reasonable position to help. And now that the wall is down, we have our guys on mounts running through, and of course, these units running through. Come and smash some greatswords. We might have a little bit of a traffic jam here for a second while the bodies all sort of maneuver past each other. But we are here to help our allied force. Is he on a... He's on a spider or something, right? Oh no, he's on a squig. Oh, well, his charge was somewhat unnecessary, but still appreciated, I'm sure. Alright, go charge that guy. You charge their captain. Now we can hit all your self-buff stuff. I'll put a Black Orc up against an Empire captain. I think that's probably going to go well for us. Oh, you know what he should do? He should go charge those ranged units. So we're still fighting on the wall. That's still going fine, I guess. We can drop an itching nuisance on them. Just murder their combat stats entirely. And so the dangerous part here isn't really this battle. Like, obviously this battle matters a lot, but the thing we're really worried about is what's going to happen with Balthazar Gelt's army after this. One of your units can come over here and help with that. Looks like the great swords are basically done for. Let's get these guys on top of this. The spider is distracted by riflemen, and I get that. Easy targets. God, look at that thing. Look at the size of it. Look at the size of a man next to the Arachnarok spider. It's just it's a real bad time is what it is. Also, we still haven't actually gotten to fire our wog even a single time yet. Ah, yeah, their lord is losing in combat badly. There it is. Alright, we got control of the wall. I mean, they have to be pretty close to just losing their whole thing, right? They got to be close to giving up. Alright, they're bringing guys around this way. Let's get some trolls in position to deal with that. We don't want the squig hoppers receiving the initial cavalry charge if we can avoid it. This spider is anti-large, right? Actually, we'll have him approach this way, because we don't have any anti-horse stuff on this side of the battle. Alright, so you go in that way. You guys over here. Alright, the trolls are doing fine work. Go help them, obviously. We shouldn't have small numbers of trolls. We have all these guys. Why not have them work together? Yeah, bad time for a horse. Bad time for anything, really. It does seem like our ally has decided that he's done helping. The Wog Army troops are just kind of standing around watching. Alright, here comes Karl Franz. Let's get somebody on that problem. So the Arachnarok's going to break those guys down pretty quickly. I mean, my guess is Karl Franz runs away, right? We're gonna surround him and really show him who's boss, and he's gonna want to give up pretty quickly. Go hop those guys. You're a wizard. I mean, go help with this. We do have a little bit of a problem over here with the greatswords, and I wish I could tell my allied units to come and participate in this battle. But it's alright, we have a solution. Boy, the Arachnarok's really not taking any damage at all, huh? I can't cast it that close. There we go. That's maybe going to come out slowly enough that they'll be past it already. Oh no, that's working out okay. Alright, we are in position to hold their city center. Those guys are not doing well in the face of that. See if we can get the... Oh no, not the Arachnarok spider. I was trying to grab the... Boy, it's really hard to select specific units. Really want to draw the squig hoppers out here so that they can do a flank charge once the enemy has engaged. Oh, it looks like everybody's given up. Except Karl Franz, I assume, because I think Karl Franz is unbreakable. Yeah. That's fine, he's dead too. He just doesn't know it yet. You can come over here and just give us some debuff. throw up a quick sneaky stab in. I mean, it seems like our Black Orc Big Boss is up to the task, right? He is handling these enemy characters. He's doing the thing we hired him for. We took more damage here than I thought we were going to, but it's not a bad outcome. So what we might want to do is just sack it and run away rather than actually taking it, because I'm a little worried that we won't be able to, like I said, we won't be able to survive Balthazar Gelt's counterattack because we took more damage than I was expecting. I don't know if Wazhumpa has killed Karl Franz before. This might be we might be getting a new trait here. Can't believe he's still alive. Did you guys, like, hurry this up? Okay, there we go. It turns out, Black Orc Big Bosses, very much a thing we were missing. They are filling an important niche. So we didn't actually lose any units. We got pretty close to losing one of the Squig Hopper units. But yeah, this is coming along. Huglug Dribblechin was almost wiped out. And the Wog armies don't always come back, right? We have some weird... They seem to have some weird replenishment issues, which again may be more bugs. Honestly, it is hard to know. 103 kills on the Arachnarok. Not a huge number of kills. Like, we didn't actually kill a very large number of enemy units in total here. There just weren't enough bodies for us to rack up huge kill counts. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to sack and run away, because we lost so many more people than I was expecting there. But it is important to weaken the settlement garrison. Ooh, wow. Also, sack and run away gets us 70,000 gold. It's hard not to be happy about that. Alright, level up for you. You are almost immortal. You're so close. So what do we want from him now that we've got his redline stuff mostly figured out? Nastier squigs. Yeah, that makes sense. He's got squigs, and we do want them to be nasty. The fact that Balthazar Gelt is in muster mode means we don't get to see how far he can move, which really sucks. Can we have... Yes. Yes, we could have Oglok just come and block Balthazar Gelt in. Obviously, there's a problem there, where they have 33 units against my 37 units, and many of my 37 units are effectively not real. So we wouldn't actually be able to kill them, I'm sure. And if we siege them, then he'll just attack me on his turn. I'll have to back off, because there's no way that we can possibly win that battle. With his units being mostly quite good and my units being mostly garbage. And then he'll still be able to push out and attack Wazhumpa. But if we move Wazhumpa, if we run to here... no, we probably get hunted down and killed, huh? Yeah, that's a tricky situation. I think there's How much do I care? Is it a big deal if we lose Wazhumpa? Probably not really. I mean, it would be a shame to lose a stack that has a Wog army this early in the Wog, because we wouldn't be able to replace them. Like, even if we build a 4th army, it will not have backup.
Absolutely not.
His army's not that good, actually. I think we're going to have Oglok start a siege at Hergig. I'm going to do this. We're just going to start building siege towers. I'm not really intending to go through with it. But I don't think that Balthazar Gelt necessarily can push us off and then chase us out. And we're gonna occupy this. And we're gonna take a great big turn of replenishment. Basically, like, Balthazar Gelt has this turn to kill us. He is on the clock. So what's available in the pool? I'm thinking we might combine some units. Yeah, we probably need to. So let's combine these 2 units of squigs, and then take on the squig hoppers from the pool. Let's see. There are melee fanatics available. So maybe like... Maybe still combine these two units? And grab some... Yeah, just like fire the unit that just has 12 guys left. Bring in those guys, and then... I might combine the Skulkers, fire the low unit of Skulkers, and then grab this, because we want to keep this army pretty goblin-y, right? Pump wagons are not run by goblins, they're run by snotlings. It's a different thing. Technically. It's very slightly a different thing. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. So this army's a lot stronger than it looked moments ago. Let's get a defensive structure going here, and obviously repair some of this stuff. I don't think we actually want this here. We'll replace that with some recruitment structure that's a little bit more important. Alright. Now, in case you were wondering, the benefit of sieging Hergig, even when he's not, even when I expect he's going to attack us and we're going to willingly fall back, is that while he's sieged, he won't make any progress on his recruitment at the beginning of his turn. So we're preventing him from pulling in more units, and then if he wants to push Oglok off and then come over here and attack Telepime, he'll have to cancel his recruitment. We're just making it awkward for him to continue to build up. That's our primary goal there. Oh, you know what? You don't have any points in Specialist. You should probably have those. Those are important. Did we move you already? Yeah, I moved you first. That's right. So you are going to continue to block this army. Just don't let them do stuff. Oh no, wait. Why do you even have? Oh, right. We didn't come over here because you hadn't moved. We came over here because you had an unspent skill point. I'm just gonna let Salzpug sit for a moment. Huglug has respawned, and his job is gonna be get me Vision of Wurtbad. Nope. There it is. Now we have Vision of Wurtbad, and we know that there's nobody there except for this guy doing this thing. That's a flying horse, my dude. You have to get in the saddle. What are you thinking? How are we losing to these idiots? We should probably take some scrap upgrades over here. Let's get a... do we want the range upgrade? I think we want the reload time. I think we want to fire more quickly. And then, like, yeah, these guys, for sure. Let's get combat skin sacks on you, and then we have one more upgrades worth of scrap. Plus 5 armor piercing. Yeah, sure. Okay. Alright, things are unfolding. Stuff's happening. It doesn't look to me like they have a lot of armies in place to stop Azhag from just kind of running wild through their territory, and that's very heartening. Oh, also, we have a huge amount of money, so those upgrades I was thinking about can absolutely happen now. Let's get you properly upgraded. Boy, what do we want to build here? We already have kind of all of the things that are important. Oh, you know what we need is a shaman's hut. We need to offset some of this corruption. And actually, that's true here as well. And let's get that going. Obedience, slightly positive, thanks to that event. Yeah, defenses. Why not? In the Hell Pit. Oh, hey, we maxed out Hell Pit. Turn extortion on. Hell Pit doesn't make any money. Fix that problem. That's what we're gonna do here. I was building up Hell Pit as a recruitment zone while thinking that we'd be still fighting these guys, and now I'm feeling less certain that will ever be the case. Mordheim for now, for safety. Just make me feel a little better. Let's build defensive stuff. We might tear it down later. Let's definitely get all those money buildings upgrading. What do we want to do with this slot in Gunbad? Nothing? Do we need to do anything with it? I don't know that it's all that beneficial. I guess we're on the edge of Skaven territory here, so maybe this is a good idea. Yeah, sure. It's only 1,600 gold. Why leave it empty? Fort Oberstyre is working on stuff. We should probably take this upgrade. We have a lot of rebuilding to do in this area because I was about to say we're going to have to build Schwarzhafen up from nothing, but that's right. That's probably a Skaven settlement, not actually empty. Okay, I think we are ready to move on. I don't know what happened up here. Some kind of combat with an army we couldn't see, because we can only just barely see Norden in the first place. Oh, this should happen for sure. We're making okay money out of Ehrengrad, considering the size of it. At some point, we need to go back and get Kappelberg, if it hasn't been Skaven resettled already, which it could have been. And my guess is Balthazar Gelt is going to feel like he can take Talabheim. We're gonna, if he attacks Oglok, we're going to fall back, and then he's gonna run out and attack Talabheim, is my guess. And he's gonna lose that battle, but we are probably going to have to fight it manually, because I bet the auto-resolver will totally screw us on that. Let's see what he does. Okay, starting with his hero actions in the area, definitely the right move. So yeah, like, there's no reason for us to let him bring this garrison into battle against us. I fall back. I was just making sure you couldn't recruit stuff. And then next turn we can bring Oglok and Wazhampa together over there. Oh, interesting. His army still totally does exist. What were the fireworks for? What combat happened over here? Well, I mean, that's probably not really a problem. And he chose not to have Balthazar Gelt ride out, so that's interesting. It's a little bit of a shame. I was really hoping he was going to ride out into stupid combat. I had such hopes. The Chaos Forces are starting to move through our territory. Boy, it sure does take them a while, though, huh? They do not run very fast. Okay. So let's talk about this situation. What exactly do we want to do here? We could have Oglok and Wazhampa attack Hergig this turn. It's a pretty big, pretty scary army altogether. Never. Balthazar Gelt's not contributing a huge amount, but there is a special mortar here that deals no friendly fire damage. Hey, that's pretty handy. And, of course, a Hellstorm rocket battery, which is always a problem for large, non-elite armies like the Orcs. Ooh, the definition of large, non-elite army. What does your Wog army look like now? We got some Boar Boys, we got a couple units of Spiders. Because if we were to do this, if we were to take Hergig and leave these two armies in any kind of decent shape, that means very bad things for Volkmar, right? We could end up taking Wolfenburg, and then we'd have to push north, because apparently... Oh, hey, look, it's Karl Franz. And this army in a single turn recruited a dozen units. I mean, the good sign there, of course, is that those are very bad units. If they recruited them that quickly, they have to be bad units. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right move here is. It probably is right for us to collapse on Balthazar Gelt and devour him, and then worry about Volkmar after doing so. He cannot take Wolfenburg by himself. Or at least not quickly. He would have to build up some siege stuff. We'll have time to turn probably just Oglok around, because like somebody's got to get over here and help Ashag. Or maybe not, honestly. Maybe Ashag could just like rampage through the middle of the Empire by himself forever. To be perfectly honest, that's probably what's going to happen. And then, of course, we have mountain cleanup to do. It should be completely trivial. Grom Peak has no defenses and 7 units in its garrison. This guy's army has to be garbage units because they were recruited so quickly. I bet it's a bunch of, like, boys at worst. Probably there's some goblins in there. We'll have that under control. My point is that while we are out of time for today, when you come back next time tomorrow, we are going to lay low an awful lot of enemies very, very quickly. So, come back for that, and we'll see you then.